Picture this. Deep in the frozen north, you have a dog forged by ice, snow, and the absolute harshest realities of human survival. A dog literally built to pull sleds across 1,000 miles of unforgiving wilderness. Now take that raw, ancient survival instinct and cross it with the gold standard of modern military and police work. You don't get a pampered show dog here, folks. You get a hybrid built for work, pure endurance, and total loyalty. Welcome to our explainer on the Alaskan Shepherd.
Today, we're decoding the science and lifestyle of this amazing hybrid. We'll quickly cover a tale of two breeds, the anatomy of a hybrid, temperament and training, the daily grind, and finally, the ideal owner.
So, starting with part 1, a tale of two breeds, the Malamute and the German Shepherd. To really get this dog, we have to look at the sheer age gap between its parent lineages. It's wild. On one hand, you have the Alaskan Malamute. Archaeological evidence places them right alongside Paleo-Indians crossing the Bering Land Bridge over 4,000 years ago. These guys were literal survival partners, sleeping next to families just to share body heat in sub-zero temps. Then, on the flip side, you have a much younger breed. Fast forward to the late 19th century, and Captain Max von Stephanitz of Germany standardizes the German Shepherd, designing this hyper-intelligent, versatile herder with an absolute obsession with work. And today, the Alaskan Shepherd hybrid bridges that massive historical gap. This creates what is basically a massive genetic collision. Think about it. You've got the Malamute's heavy-duty pulling power and Arctic endurance going head-to-head with the German Shepherd's sharp intelligence and military-grade precision. The Alaskan Shepherd is the direct product of these two incredibly distinct worlds clashing together.
Moving right along to Section 2, Anatomy of a Hybrid Built for Extremes.
Let's talk physical makeup. Because they're a hybrid and not a standardized breed, their exact look can vary. But make no mistake, they are massive. Males will easily tip the scales at over 100 pounds, standing a towering 26 inches at the shoulder. Females are a bit smaller, sure, but they still carry that exact same imposing, powerful presence. Physically, you usually see this fascinating split between the parents. Up top, they typically inherit the German Shepherd's alert face, the erect ears and powerful muzzle. But then they have the Malamute's body. We're talking a broad chest, heavy bones, and that classic plumed tail that actually evolved to protect their noses from freezing in the snow. Wrap all that up in a dense wolf gray or black and tan double coat, sometimes even with rare blue eyes, and throw on some thick snowshoe-like paws. It's literally a dog built for the most extreme conditions. Which brings us to Section 3, Temperament and Training, or what I like to call the psychological clash. So, what is it actually like to live with an Alaskan Shepherd? Honestly, this is the most important question for anyone even thinking about getting one. And to answer it, we have to be absolutely blunt. Living with a dog this smart, this strong, and this conflicted in its own genetics, well, it's a deeply demanding lifestyle. To put it as plainly as I can, this is not a beginner's dog. No way. This hybrid combines massive intelligence with, frankly, extreme stubbornness. From the Shepherd side, they want to protect, they want to learn. But from the Malamute side, they'll hear your command, look you dead in the eye, and basically wait to see if you actually mean it before they even think about complying. You have to be able to out-stubborn an Arctic survivor. Let's look at how that actually plays out at home. They bond super deeply with their families, right? And they guard their turf with serious intent. But here's the thing, they are thinkers. A well-socialized Alaskan Shepherd is incredibly watchful. They assess a situation before acting. They won't just bark at nothing, and they definitely don't bite without warning. On the flip side, that prey drive is real. Cats, rabbits, squirrels, that's going to trigger an untrainable chase response almost every time. And crucially, they need a job. If you don't give them a job, I promise you they will invent their own. We're talking digging massive holes in your yard, chewing right through drywall, or turning into literal escape artists. Okay, let's pivot to Section 4. The daily grind. We need to talk about maintenance and health. Look at this number, 90. That is the absolute minimum number of minutes of vigorous daily exercise this dog needs. And no, a slow stroll around the block definitely does not count. To keep this working dog from getting anxious and tearing up your house, they need to run, pull, and think. Things like dryland mushing, where they're actually pulling weight, that's perfect, because it taps right into those ancient survival instincts. Now, let's talk about shedding. Saying the Alaskan Shepherd sheds is the understatement of the century. Twice a year, they completely blow their dense undercoats. For 2 to 3 solid weeks, fur will literally fall out in giant clumps. You'll be emptying your vacuum cleaner every single day. Honestly, you're going to want a professional-grade, high-velocity dryer just to survive it. Outspartaning them in training is hard enough, but keeping up with their fur, plus the weekly brushing and regular nail trims, that is a serious daily chore of its own.
Aside from grooming, you absolutely must be prepared for the health risks. They do benefit from hybrid figure, but they're still prone to joint dysplasia from both parent breeds. But here is the most critical thing you need to know: bloat, or gastric dilatation volvulus. It's a life-threatening emergency common in deep-chested dogs where the stomach fills with gas and actually twists. If you ever see unproductive retching, a swollen, distended abdomen, or extreme restlessness, you have to get them to emergency veterinary surgery immediately or the dog will die.